Okay, folks, question number 2 on that worksheet. School newspaper claims that 55% of students have iPhones. You think it's less. Okay, so this problem's totally made up. Just go with it. Newspaper claims 55% of students have iPhones. You think it's less. You simple random sample 200 students. 89 say they have iPhones. Okay, test at the 5% significance level. Okay, so the null hypothesis. Why don't you pause and see if you can write down the null and alternative hypothesis right now on your own. Remember, the null is always going to get an equal sign, and the alternative is either a less than, a greater than, or a does not equal sign. Give it a try. Or not. Okay. So the newspaper claims 55%, so the null is P is equal to 0.55. So then the alternative looks very similar. The only difference is we need to change the symbol between the P and the 0.55. Greater than, less than, or different. You think it's less. Okay. Test stat. I'm just going to use, it's that same test stat we had before. The ugly formula, P hat minus P naught all over big square root P naught 1 minus P naught over N. But I'm just going to use my calculator. Okay, so here's my calculator. Turn it on. Clear. Go to my stat tests. 1 prop Z, our 1 prop Z test. Okay, P 0.55. 0.55. Enter. The X and the N. They said we simple random sample 200 students. 89 have an iPhone. So 89 enter out of 200. Okay. And then what symbol is in the alternative hypothesis? A less than symbol. So let's make sure we choose the less than symbol and then go to calculate. And we get a Z value of negative 2.98. So Z value are negative 2.98. A P value, you see how it says, not the P hat, but the P, the 0.0014. 0.0014. That P hat value, the 0.445, that's just the X over the N. That's what you get if you divide 89 by 200. So 89 divided by 200, your P hat is 0.445. Our P val is 0.0014. Okay. So I'll figure out the critical values last. Don't really need them. I'm just going to keep going. Statistical conclusion. The alpha, the significance level is 5%, so alpha is 0.05. How does my p-val compare to my alpha? It is less, so I should probably just circle my p-val. The p-val 0.0014 is less than 0.05, so that means if p-val less than alpha, reject HO. Okay, and if I reject HO, then evidence suggests, and the HA. We just need to put this into words. Evidence suggests the proportion is less than 55%. Evidence suggests the proportion of what? Of students with iPhones. The proportion of students with iPhones is less than 0.55. Maybe say 55% so it reads nicely. Evidence suggests the proportion of students with iPhones is less than 55%. Okay. Oh, I need to do the critical values. Oh my. So I did the whole problem, and then had I done the problem the what's it called, the classical approach with the rejection region, I would have needed the critical values. So the book keeps asking about critical values, so let's just get the critical values to make the book happy when they ask. Alpha is 0.5, and the alternative is a left tail. So that's pretty much exactly what we did in the previous problem number 1. So that means you draw a bell curve. You put 0.05, the alpha, on the left side, and you need to figure out the z that corresponds to that. So last problem, we showed that that would just be negative 1.645. So that would be my critical value. There's only one. Okay, hope that made sense.